Okay, so compromise. There may be some kind of compromise that is necessary for you, either within your romantic relationship or within your life in general. So it looks like there's some kind of decision that you're weighing the pros and cons of here. And you will come to a balanced idea of whatever this is what this card is saying. You will weigh out what is right for you, and with this Merlina card here, it looks like it involves asking either your friends for advice or doing more research on this thing. You'll know what move to make. If you have any questions about your life in general or your romantic situation, you can ask them. This is the Angels Answers Oracle deck. So, big happy changes. So whatever you're asked about, you're going to be seeing some big changes in this area of your life. And they're going to be happy changes. So it will change for the better. Now, if you have another question, feel free to ask that in your head. And the answer is yes. Whatever you asked about, it is yes. And also we have not the right time. So there could be something that is a yes, but it's just not a yes yet. It's not the right time for whatever this is yet. That doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen though. It's just not the right time for it right now. Okay, so the first card that we have for you is in the romance deck is True Love. So you could be dealing with someone who you really feel like it is your true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And also with King of Candles, I was getting like you and this person have so much passion for each other, so much love for each other, and appreciation. So this person could really feel like you are their true love. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So there is someone from the past that you are being asked to clear your energy from, to move on from. It's important that you release your ex so that you can have the emotional capacity to, be emotionally available for someone else. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So, might be a little contradictory, but I'm getting for some of you, there's two people that you're dealing with, and it's like you have to let go of this other person from the past so that you can focus on and appreciate the love, your current love. But for others of you, it's like as much as you love this person, as much as you might feel like this person is the one, you might need to just kind of release like the desire to have control or needing this person or whatever, just kind of letting it go. If things aren't working out so perfectly, which they usually don't, then, it's just kind of releasing like, okay. And especially with this person, because it looks like they're holding on to things so tightly that it's like they can't even get anything through to you because it's like they're like this. So there is this need to just kind of release, let things flow, Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So yes, there's so much passion between you and the person that you're dealing with. They for sure feel it too. And it looks like this passion with like King of Wands and like true love, this could be the one. This passion is like sustained. It's there. It stays. Which is beautiful. My emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. So, learn from how you feel about situations. Like, there's so much wisdom in human emotion and how it comes through and what you react to and, what makes you happy and what makes you upset. There's so much wisdom in that. There's so much truth in that. So it's like, pay attention to what your emotions are telling you. I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. So, some of you, it's like you have to really shed this old way of being or this old way of dealing with your romantic partner or how your relationship used to be with them, and kind of honor how things had changed, how you had changed. Because there is a lot of room for growth within you and the person that you're dealing with relationship. So it's just kind of like honor that. Don't run from it. You know, as long as you can face the changes, as long as you can take it in your own hands to transform things, to help things to grow, it just makes it much easier than to try to run from changes. I trust the change unfolding in my life. So a lot of big changes, transformations happening for Aquarius, and for a lot of you it has to do with like your social life and how you appear, how you show up in your community, how you bring, what you bring to your community, what you bring to your relationships, the people around you, or it could just be, you know, I'm just going to leave it pretty vague. Some changes. You know, trust these changes, especially if they're like by your own hand. If you're making positive changes for yourself, you know, trust that this is good for you. Trust your own ability to make decisions. You know, it's really important that you develop your own critical thinking skills, trust your opinions. You can always change them, but you know, it's like, don't doubt your own intellect, don't doubt your own perspectives and ability to decipher right from wrong, because sometimes, you know, there's so many different people who have their things to say about what it is that you do or who it is that you are or what decisions you should make, or, you know, so it's like, trust your own self, trust yourself, yeah. And trust this change, trust that this change is bringing good things for you. I am at home in my body and at peace in my spirit. So if you like to meditate, it could be, this is just kind of asking you to meditate a little bit, to be at peace with yourself, be at peace in your body. Just kind of, and with this peace card here, just kind of feeling comfort in your own presence, feeling comfort in your own body, your own home, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of peace coming in for Aquarians over something that was like, it really emotionally agitated you for some time, but now it's like you're coming to peace with this thing internally. So there's like this big internal change, as well as external changes that I'm seeing for Aquarius. Control. Okay. Oh, so for some of you, you might have this, like, need to control your emotions. And to some extent, it's like, yeah, you do have some control over how you're feeling. You do have some control over the thoughts that you're thinking. But not always entirely, and you know, it's important to not limit your emotions too much, because that's how you get repressed, you know. So it's like, yeah, there's this need to like face how it is that you're feeling. There's this need to face what it is that you know you need to change. There's this need to like face it instead of running or compensating for it in other ways. Concentration. So pay attention to what you focus on throughout your day, where your thoughts are at. Also, if you have some kind of, if you were kind of feeling like you weren't that concentrated, or like you were a little distracted by something, or maybe like you were going through something emotionally, so it was difficult to concentrate on like some of the things that you needed to do, it looks like you're cycling through that and coming back into where you are, coming back into this place in your life, and this is going to help your concentration on what it is that you need to get done, what it is that you want to do for yourself. Also, we have affairs, so there could be a love affair coming in for you. It definitely looks like there is, and it's going to be very, very passionate. And you're going to see in this affair, in this love affair, whether you're in it now or whether it's something that's coming for you in the future, you're gonna see how much you have changed and how much your affairs, your romantic affairs, have changed as a result of that. How the dynamic is different, perhaps in some way, based off of how you have changed. Could also be, it's just a different person or whatever. So obviously, it's going to be different. But it's just kind of honoring. Maybe that one affair had its time, one love affair had its time, and now it's time for this new affair. Honor this change that has unfolded. Inheritance. So, some of you may be hearing about some inheritance that you have. If you have an inheritance for you, then you might be getting some new information about your inheritance. Also, for those of you who are in the position to do so, it looks like some of you might be kind of focusing on building an inheritance for future generations for your family, like kind of, wanting to build something solid for your future descendants. Something that they can have or fall back on, or even if it's just like a box of something that you make and something that you write, some little things that are important to you, and give it to your kids if you have kids, and tell them to show it to their grandchildren, whatever it is that's important to you, and that could stay in the family for a long time and be like a really prized treasure. Or even if you save like just some pennies, which right now aren't worth much, but I have this whole theory that like they're going to be worth a lot later. So if you want to save your pennies, it'd be really cool to give your grandkids a penny from like 1970. That's just, there are some things that you can hold on to and increase in value. Think about your future generations ahead of you and maybe what you can do to prepare for them. If you have the means, of course. Okay. You could also be having an affair. You might have a love affair with someone who has a really big inheritance. Someone who comes from a wealthy family. Identity, recognition, self-awareness, examine. You could really be having some changes in your identity, and also just kind of recognizing, you might notice something new about yourself, either that you want to change or that you really appreciate, or both. And it's just kind of having this awareness of self, recognition of self, and also recognition of your role in this world, recognition of how you show up to people, of how, not from the viewpoint of, they have to think well of me, but just that for your own self, be the person that you want to be in this world. Does that make sense? Just for your own self, like if you want to be a loving person, show up, be that loving person, and appreciate that about yourself if you do as well. Sanctuary, retreat, haven, refuge, and oasis. So it looks like Aquarians might have had this time. You're either having this time now, or this is some kind of thing that you're going through, is having alone time. And we also have a contemplation here. So having some alone time, but not just alone time, like through this aloneness, learning a lot about yourself, learning what it is that you want, and kind of being okay on your own. Being okay to just be independent and be there for yourself, trusting yourself. Some time alone, some time of reflection where you're actually just sitting there thinking about yourself, thinking about how you show up, can really help you to identify what changes you want to make in your life or what you want to keep doing. Just taking 10 minutes to have productive thoughts about yourself. Counsel, group meeting, and advisors. So yeah, what I'm getting is for for a lot of Aquarians, you had this time of like just keeping to yourself, of maybe like being a little bit more hermited, having a lot of alone time, and then after that you were able to kind of build yourself up, build up your well, if you will. And for some reason it's just this idea that Aquarians are like going back into the world. You're putting yourself out there in some way, and there's going to be like a group that recognizes you, that recognizes your talents, and that appreciates you, like once you put yourself out there in some way. Oh my gosh, this card went so far. Okay, this is all that I have to say to you, Aquarius. I hope that this helped somehow. I hope that this resonated. If you'd like a personal reading, please email me. The email for that is in the description of this video. Also, please like this video if you liked this video, and subscribe if you like to subscribe. Thank you.